All right. Let's go here and see what we got. The YouTube side, Facebook side, trying to get everything dialed up. We're good there. Gonna just hear straight cookie crumbling all afternoon now.
Oh, is that a speaker? Ben's Star Wars
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
The Monster Inc.
It's the
thing.
Death Star.
Yeah.
So welcome back, everybody. 100 Proof Whitetails. We got a fresh kill from this past weekend. Jesse
Just
partnered up with his buck. You got a name for him yet?
I'm gonna call him Herbuck.
Herbuck.
It's Herbuck as of right now.
Gotcha.
It's mine. I got the buck. It's
Yep.
just name is Herbuck.
Yeah, because that was the one you had pictures of. You said that's the
Yeah.
one my wife's gonna kill.
Well, yeah, my wife was supposed to go that one Thursday. I think I had this buck on camera. I don't know. It was just I was messing with her. And that's what we came up with.
Gotcha. Heck yeah, dude. No, solid buck. Solid buck. Crossbow kill, right?
Yup, crossbow. Yup, 120 yards with the crossbow. No, he was with the regular compound with no sights.
Yeah.
He came in actually. That stands for a west wind, but they had the south wind that day, and I didn't think I was going to see anything. I was like, I kind of want to leave. I didn't like bust the area. I was like, oh my god! I set the stand up just for that west wind.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to have west wind, didn't really happen, and then he came in down west wind, which they usually never do, and luckily he hit my tracks. Followed him. He's real skittish, and before he got to the opening I had in front of me, he cut into the woods, and I thought I was never going to get a shot because I never cleared a shooting lane over there. And I look behind me, and I see this one little hole. I'm like, man, if he goes right there, I got a chance. And he turned right and started heading that way, and I stopped him and frickin' schwacked him.
Heck yeah, man.
And then it downpoured.
Come
to
find out it was a liver shot.
Yep. Yeah, I hit him a hair back than I really wanted to. I thought, and when I first got down, I was on the phone with him actually. I called him and told him I got him or shot a nice one, and he goes, well, you better go see for blood because it's downpouring here. I'm like, really? And I'm like, it's not raining here yet. And he's like, well, you can't hear it on my phone. And I'm like, well, kinda. And all of a sudden it started sprinkling. And I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, all right, I gotta go yell. I gotta go see. So get down from the stand, and I find blood immediately, and I don't find an arrow. I see my arrow stick into him. And I didn't see it go pass through. I can see my fletchings, just the end of my fletchings, and blood everywhere. And then it started downpouring, and I could literally watch. I made it probably 25 yards, and I didn't know where he went. I heard him crashing, and I didn't know exactly. I didn't want to push him. You know what I mean? It was only 15 minutes after I shot him, so I don't know how far he went, or I couldn't see where he went. So I was like, I'm just gonna go a little bit and then stop. I wasn't gonna track him anyways.
But you did the ethical hunter thing. And you weren't sure of the shot, and you backed out.
Yeah, after I only tracked him for about 20 yards, and it literally, as I was doing it, I was going to stop after 10, but as the rain started hitting, it started washing all the blood off the leaves. I'm like, oh my god, I kind of gotta do this right now. I'm like, I'm on a good shot deer, you know what I mean? They're done quickly, but yeah, then it turned into a fiasco because of the rain. It was a long track. Yeah. 600 yards plus, and then.
But either way, so we eventually found him. But you waited,
3 hours.
You called me, and we talked a little bit, and you made the decision that you were going to back out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I told you I was going to meet up with you around 10 o'clock.
Well, after
then you said your dad was coming, and you found Last Blood, and. Of course, it rained, everything, and all of that in between. And you were thinking a little bit in the beginning you might have been a little far back.
Yeah, I told you I was farther back than I wanted to be. I didn't think it was a direct double lung.
So in my mind, you did the right thing. You backed out for 2-3 hours. Maybe grabbed a couple buddies or.
I wouldn't even want to have looked at it unless it was going to downpour. That's the only reason I went over there and checked for blood. I'm like, I got to see what I have.
Yes.
And we all met up. Your dad, me, you. Yeah. We went out there. We started looking. We didn't think he left the woods at first. So we kind of, after the rain and everything, we're like, well, it's only this little strip. Why don't we just kind of grid walk, and the
Yep.
three of us could kind of like cover the strip.
Yeah, I figured he'd be dead right in that spot.
If he didn't leave, well,
Right.
one of us are going to lay eyes on him.
Yeah.
So we walked this whole strip, and it wasn't that long. It was maybe, a couple hundred yards.
Yeah.
And we walked that whole strip, and we didn't see anything. And we come back to the last blood that you had, and we kind of regathered ourselves, and we came up with, all right, we just got to follow blood. We really got to get down on like hands and knees and like really try and follow blood.
We were finding underneath the leaves and shit.
Red water.
Well, yeah, red water. That's what it did. The rain actually took the blood
Yeah.
and it curled it on the bottom side of the leaves.
There was no time for it to dry.
It was the hardest track I've ever been on.
I never would have got him without you guys because, dude, like I was.
You were on it. You were on it. You were 75% of that track.
Yeah, but then I'd lose it, and then I'd lose. I'm like, oh my god.
You would lose
just
it.
fucking focus. You know what I mean? It's hard doing it by yourself. You're just like in your mind. You're like.
But sometimes, you just need a fresh set of eyes, or
Yep.
just like not that emotion involved.
Yep.
Because you're the one that shot it. That
Yep.
emotion can get involved, and you just get all frustrated, So you just need someone else to kind of like take over for a second, and that's kind of what it was through that little bit.
The more
Like,
eyes, the better, man.
and
We're like
ended up
blood
tracking
power.
this deer 620, 50 yards.
Yeah, I honestly said 652 yards. It was hard. I didn't do like a trail.
He
where we walked,
crossed
just like
a field that was. I can't believe
450
he actually
yards,
crossed that field. That
Yeah.
field had him at 400 yards wide.
Yeah.
He crossed that field, jumped a ditch, and
made another probably 100 yards before it
if it didn't rain, that would have been an easy
If not,
track shot. You'd have been bleeding the whole way.
Yeah, because we'd have been like, all right, there's blood. So on both sides we were finding it, but for a long time we were just like going after like tracks, you know what I mean? Then we'd find it, like, okay, and then someone behind would be like, blood, and we'd be like, after I like find it up here, you know what I mean? So we'd start finding it more.
And then we.
But not like
Where'd you find your arrow?
So I didn't find that.
I
We were
found
looking at it, and I found one piece of it. It was like probably this long, with my broadhead still in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know,
The
dude.
tail end of the arrow, never found it.
I've never found it. Yep, I never found that. I was probably missing probably like 10 inches of that. You know
So
what I mean?
last blood we found was probably 50, 60 yards from where we found
At least.
the deer.
That's thick, dude.
And we were worked
Discouraged.
over. We were discouraged. We were all stressed out at this point.
He had.
I had to be somewhere,
It was supposed to be like a 20-minute track.
And
I
we're
told him,
like-
I'm like, dude, he's done. He's dead in this woods. Like,
which we knew he was going
I
to
heard him
die.
crack.
Just like by the
I heard him
blood we
leave the
found
woods. Is what I heard, and I'm like, oh my god.
after the rain, and you went in. You were looking across the field or whatever, and you found some blood, and you're like, all right, he went this way. And I was kind of hanging back by last blood or whatever, and your dad ended up taking over,
Yep.
where last blood was, which your dad was kind of doing that through the whole thing, but then we kind of,
Towards the tail end, well, we
Different
didn't have blood though, so then we were just like, everyone
so we
was
just kind of
like,
dispersed and
ranch,
tried to
yep.
get on high points, just trying to
Yeah.
look for something, because the blood was so thin at this point. And I remember Jesse found this spot of blood, and I came up and I looked at it. I'm like, all right. And there was like 3 trails, and Jesse took one. I took one.
Yeah, I went down to the
and his
left.
dad hung back.
Yep. And you went to the right.
I went to the
almost
right,
went
and I
down
was like, hey, I got blood right here, and that was like the last spot we found blood. And then
But he
we
gave
were
us direction.
searching and searching. We could not find any more blood, and we were getting to the point where we're getting frustrated. All of us were getting frustrated.
Yeah.
So we just ended up to the point. It was kind of lucky we found this deer. We kind of got to the point where we were just kind of like almost just wandering aimlessly, because we could see the wood line on the other side of this woods that he ran in. We're like, oh my god, if he ran to that side, that's not good.
I was like,
That's not good. So we kind of dispersed, and Jesse ended up.
that I literally
Stop.
was just walking up this trail. They'd walked up it. I was like, I don't know. I seen them kind of go that way. I don't know where they walked, but I was like, and then after they went down, like we kind of just like switched positions, and I was like, fuck. I'm like walking up this trail. I'm like, dude. I'm just like, oh my. I'm going to like praying to the deer gods, like, just please. I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
man. I'm like, I just don't want to like waste this animal. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I don't care about the horns. I can give a shit about that, dude. It was mainly about like I wanted the meat. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to waste it too. I'm like, fuck, man, I shot this deer. I know it's dead. We just can't find it. This rain really screwed me, and just happened to literally after I said that, I don't know. I don't think I walked about 5 more steps and maybe I just looked over. I'm like, oh my god, he's right there. And I'm like, oh, did some fucking stupid, tried to crow call. I found him. Found him. They're like, what? I'm like, I found him. Well, he's not as big as I thought, but he's big. Bigger. He's not bad.
He's a beautiful buck.
Yeah.
He's not too bad.
Beautiful.
The beetles work quickly also, as you can see. I got these new improved beetles.
Dahmer's taxidermy.
They do a fantastic job.
That's the name of his taxidermy, if you're wondering. It's Dahmer's taxidermy.
Dahmer Services. Taxidermists. It's alright.
We do them all.
Big or small. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We practice on them.
You can throw a plug in.
Yeah.
Throw a plug in.
Plug.
$100 a head.
$100 a head.
Dahmer's taxidermy.
Right here.
Couple
I'll
days.
show them off. Give them a nice view of them. See how
You've
nice.
been doing it for a couple of years now for people.
Few years. See if you like it. You know, we keep that in there. Pearly whites.
And then what do you use for a whitener, Jesse? Do you use a whitener at all? Or
Yeah, I use a whitener.
Yeah.
It's literally hair care products.
peroxide stuff?
No, it's hair care.
Gotcha, lawn 40.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yep. Pretty much like that.
Gotcha.
But
Bo Hunt comments in, says, looks nice.
thanks, man.
Crossbow.
Got that thing with my crossbow. I just bought the crossbow last week. Practicing for like 150 yards. That thing stepped out probably 105. Bare-fingered crossbowed him. 150. No sights on him. No, I'm just kidding, man.
Bo Hunt.
Compound.
Bo Hunt's scratching his head right now.
He's got a slap in the face emoji. Put on the comment line.
His fault.
Yeah. No, you shot him with the
All
old.
jokes, Bo.
Yeah.
All jokes.
Shot him with the old point.
Yeah.
It stayed together for you.
I know. I don't know how many shots. I haven't even. I need new limbs for that thing. And Louis said it's gonna be a couple weeks. And
Good thing you tagged out.
I know. Oh, well, who knows? I get my dope for another round here coming soon. You know,
Yeah.
November 1st, right? You get your second setup, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
We'll get your second round.
Bingo.
It's today. Go get your second round.
Today.
I do need to get some dough.
Tip of the episode. Go get your second round of dough tags.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. If you're eligible for whatever zone you're in, we are. 8F, J,
Yeah.
Elemental P.
They love to give
Anything
them away
with
to
eight.
us. They're like, you want these?
Yeah.
Sure.
You want some more?
Here.
Yeah.
You want a couple more? Sure. Here.
Yeah.
You want to shoot them before season with a gun? Sure. Yeah, here.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's crazy.
Pretty much. Welcome to the lake plain.
I can't
yeah,
wait till my
so,
kids are old enough.
Since Jesse killed, he got to pick the bow tonight, and he went with the old Colonel Taylor.
Colonel Taylor.
100 proof, fitting.
It's not a bad one to choose from, I don't think.
Yeah. You want to crack it or you want me to crack it?
I know. Look,
He's the big buck killer. You
He's
let
the big
him
buck
crack.
killer.
I got this.
There you go.
Oh. Nuisance. I don't drink these things very often.
Nice pop.
Tink.
Professional pour. Sign him up for a bartender job.
I got a few drops out of me though. Fuck. Sorry, boys. That's the Taylor.
The old Taylor.
It's the Colonel in me.
Yep.
So, let's do a taste of this and do a little toast to Jesse's deer.
100%.
Well, guys.
Congratulations, Dave.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Cheers,
You know,
To the Herbuck.
finally,
Herbuck.
her buck. Not bad.
It's not bad. That's actually pretty smooth.
I like it. That'll keep you more. That's smoother than that stuff I gave you in the muzzleloader season, eh?
Oh yeah, the maple.
In the maple syrup jar.
God.
Yeah. So, yeah, good old Taylor. That's actually one of my favorites. Whenever I see him, I'll buy him. But you don't see him that often.
Oh, Taylor.
Yep, the good old Taylor small batch. But yeah, so.
Hell yeah, man.
No, dude, definitely great buck. It's been a good couple days.
Yeah.
I mean, Nate, you had some good sits the other night. You saw a couple of your
I
targets.
almost punched my tag. I guess if you do the list thing, I think he would have been number 3 on my list.
What? That one's number 3?
Yeah, that was number 3.
This is my number 1, bro. You gotta have your
It
standards
wasn't even
a
on
little
his
lower.
list. It was on her list.
Yeah.
That's her list. But yeah, I came real close. He was 50 yards. He just wouldn't stop moving, and he just never gave me a shot. So, but I had a good set. Another good buck came out the other end of the field, and
Like they don't show me your other ones. You're like, here's this buck.
I showed you my best one.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. Recently?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Whatever.
But yeah, I mean
I didn't pass on it. That was a big one.
things are heating up. I mean, the deer are starting to move. Temperature this week definitely dropped. Tons of mixed weather this week. Kind of makes things a little difficult, but also makes things a little better if you can time it right.
Give him the old curve.
But
You got that little squiggle beam on him.
He does have it.
so seeing I'm on the podium, I'm gonna pat myself on the back here.
Go for it.
I did my first all day sit today.
I don't know how.
Ever?
Ever. I've
I don't
never
know how you
sat
did
all
that.
day ever. 11 hours I was in the stand.
Yeah, but you were in a tree stand, not a blind or a tower
Oh
blind.
yeah, there's no heater. There's no buddy
Oh,
heater.
there's no
What
heater.
were you, in a
I was-
ladder stand or
I
what
was
were
in
you
a ladder stand for 11 hours. I did
What kind
make
of
a move.
seat was
I did
on
make
it?
a move. I was in one ladder stand in the morning, and there was another ladder stand a couple hundred yards away.
Okay.
After, I felt like the wind.
Uh-huh.
I was like, my wind's not right.
Go squirrel hunting in
It's,
between?
it's better over there. Actually, I pulled some cards in between around 11 a.m., and then I sat in the other stand.
That's when the deer were
I
moving.
probably should have sat in my original stand, and I probably would have got a shot. But we will never know unless that camera shows something. But a little pat on the back for me. That is
That's a good
a
achievement.
check off something that I've been wanting to do for a couple of years because never really thought I had the patience or the whatever you want to call it to do it. And I did it. I did an all day set. I sat 11 hours in the stand. I saw 6 deer. We should do a reel on the 100 Proof website of the videos I sent you guys today.
Oh my God!
You should just do a reel of them, like all of them that I sent you today, because how bored I was.
We should put them all on the TikTok.
It's like he hasn't seen. He wasn't like in human contact for like 60 days. He's like making a song.
For real.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
You go out in the woods today.
I tell you what, though, it's good for the mind. I tell you, my mind feels right now. Like, it just being in nature and everything, like all the stress from life, work, and everything else that can go on.
Melts away.
I really did. It was good.
Let me ask you
It
this:
was good.
you see a squirrel?
Lots of them.
You
I
just-
saw a hawk eat a
You
squirrel.
need to
today.
go to Walmart and get the small game head.
I got 'em.
Shoot yourself. Well, shoot yourself a few squirrels.
Yep.
It
Get a
would,
couple
We
of
need-
them
we
on
need
your
some-
belt.
It
we need
would
some-
pass
some
the
squirrel
time.
tails.
it would
Tell me,
pass the time.
because half the time you'd be like, okay, I gotta switch his hair, and they're gonna be like, fuck is that? And you're like, God damn it, little bastard saw me do that, really? You're like, really? How the fuck? You were walking all over the place. And I was looking
Fine-tune
like,
my
oh,
game.
seriously,
Fine-tune my
it's
game.
pretty good, man. I fucking try to schwack every squirrel I can, unless it's like prime time, you know what I mean? But one day you never know. I've gotten caught once or twice.
Bo Hunt says all day sits are way easier in a saddle. Don't got one.
I don't do the
Really?
sale
I'm not a
thing.
saddle
I
guy.
don't do the sale
Dude,
thing.
I've never.
I tell you what, my bag is stiff from sitting in that steel.
What about you?
ladder stand
I've got
all
a
day.
saddle.
You do?
Yeah, I've sat all day in it a couple times.
Really?
All right. I like ladder stands more. For
Really?
sitting all day, it's more comfortable in my opinion. But
So with your saddle, do you have your bottom, like, you have to put your feet somewhere, obviously, right?
yeah,
So,
got a platform for that.
do you have just, how big is your platform?
It's like 13 by 11 or something like
Oh,
that.
I don't know what I seen then. They were like, just some
people
little
make time.
thing.
There's-
Yeah,
And I was like,
Yeah.
that don't look very, I mean,
They make hundreds of different options for like standing on.
Uh-huh.
I bought it because the property I used
it's literally like a pair of shorts, right? Your saddle, pretty much. Like
It's
you
like a
step
harness.
into them.
Yeah.
Is it?
I mean,
Okay.
it's
See, I don't know. I do
just
tree
wraps
work,
your-
man.
just
Fuck.
straps your
Those
waist.
things are fucking annoying. I don't know. I've never hunted out a saddle. I have never.
If you've never rock climbed or anything, it's pretty similar.
Yeah, I do tree work. I mean, I've climbed trees and shit like
Yeah.
that with a saddle, but I don't know. I've never. I would have to try it. You know what I mean? And with a bow to be like to see. Can I just have? Is that like? Does it get in the way and you draw back, or can you only get?
No.
Where's your rope then? Or
I mean, it's right here, and then
so you can turn directly away from the tree though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can turn almost any way you want to. I got it because the property I used to hunt, I had issues with people stealing stands off the property that didn't have permission on it. So I
Okay.
just went to something that I could
Yeah.
carry around with me and not worry about anybody stealing.
No, it makes
Yeah, there
sense.
you go. So you bring your whole stuff, everything right with you right then.
Yeah. I don't have permission on that property anymore, so I haven't used it in a couple of years. But if you want to try it out, shoot me a call. You can come over and hop up in the tree.
I know. I've
I
never.
got a little take on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my whole truck smells like fox piss.
It doesn't. I just checked.
I think I got a neighbor that doesn't like me. And he went in my truck and just sprayed it out with fox piss.
Or your ozone thing's working in there, right? That might have took it out already. But I smelled it.
It
It don't
has
smell like nothing. It don't
Take it
smell
out.
like when I went to my truck earlier, I
I really hope just a fox went up and
So
like
what'd you
pissed
do
on
to
my
the
truck.
neighbor?
Nothing. I never even
next
talked
to
to
the
him.
land. What do you mean? He's hunting right next to him, right on that.
There must be a giant out there. That gives me a little more incentive. If you're going to those extremes to keep me out of there.
Well, I don't think fox piss is that intrusive.
I didn't know
It's
that.
not,
It's
not
natural.
not good to smell in your truck, but
But natural.
Better than dropping a can of Axe in there.
Yeah.
Axe.
Yeah, just freaking turn it on.
dropping a deuce.
It's better than skunk.
Yeah.
At least they went natural with it. They didn't go like, like you're saying, like Axe or Old Spice. Deer hate Old Spice.
They
Bob
hate your
Fulcroft said they
citrus
love
gum, obviously.
Huh?
Bob Fulcroft said they love it.
They love Old Spice.
Love Old Spice.
Original or Pure Sport?
Pure Sport, I believe.
Really, Pure Sport. That's what I run.
What about Irish Spring?
Trust me, they don't love Pure Sport because I run Pure Sport and they're never around me.
Well, I'll tell you what, they like the scent of candles because my boots were inside and we lit candles like that day. And I'm like, or it was the night before. I'm like, fuck, my boots are right here. I'm like, ah. That deer hit my track. As soon as he came in, I'm like, I just happened to look over. I'm like, oh fuck.
He's like, is that pumpkin spice?
Dude, seriously. Like, when
No, that's the does. That's the does.
Oh, the dough.
That's the does. They like
Apple
that pumpkin
cinnamon,
spice.
sorry.
he was not happy.
It's like Dunkin' Donuts.
He didn't know
When they
what
come
it
out.
was. He hit that thing, and he's like, and then he could have like walked where I came from, but he walked where I went. You know what I mean? And he just kept following me like, oh fuck! I'm like, here he comes. But he took forever. He took probably 10 minutes to make it 40 yards in that green stretch.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, but so I had a lot of time to watch him. You know what I mean? But holy smokes, he had a huge neck on him. I probably got like 40 pounds of meat off his neck.
Yeah.
If I feel like there was a giant pile on my table. I got like,
Dude, I saw it.
probably at least
You,
six
you weren't
bags
even
of
into the
roast.
hams yet.
No, I know.
No, you still had your back quarters hanging there.
Yeah, and I didn't even trim off a lot of the meat that I was gonna. I still trimmed off for burger and stuff.
Did you throw them on a scale at all by chance?
I didn't. I need to get a scale.
They're cheap. You can get them
I
at
know.
frickin' Harbor Freight.
I know. I killed deer
Lowe's,
like
wherever Runners
he
has
was
got 'em.
all of fucking 190. I'm guessing dude dressed. I'm
He
not
looked like
kidding.
it
He was a
from the
big.
pictures.
He was long. Like
He might have been tipping 200. If he was
Yeah,
over
we were up.
200, that might have been pushing it. But he was definitely tipping
Hanson?
that 180, 190
pounds.
yeah, I don't think he was over 200 dressed. But Hanson, that big buck I got, like my big bull buck, he was on the same scale and this and that. His nose just touched the ground, and that buck was touching the ground. You know what I mean? Like.
Mhm.
On my thing, and it's just still the same setup, like for how wide, like raise them up, you know, it bottoms out, you know what I mean. So when you get a big deer, you know, that's my fucking judgment. I'm like, oh, it's a big deer, you know, he don't come off the ground.
Oh yeah, dude. Some of them are just super fucking long
That too.
comparatively.
But he was just freaking. He was.
Yeah.
He had a good body on him.
Yeah.
He's fucking heavy, I'll tell you that. Fuck. There's a lot of meat on him. I'm like, damn.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
Bo says you don't get that lower back pain from a saddle like you do in a tree stand.
Really.
It's interesting. Again, I've never run one either. We've got so many presets.
I bash them, but I should probably actually run one before I bash them.
Yeah. I definitely see how it would be sweet, like, say you're going out to, like, state land, and or just you want to go try a new spot, you know what I mean? And you're just like, all right, I know there's good deer down in this area. You go any tree. You can go up, right? Anybody.
And the whole thing's cloth, pretty much, besides the steps.
Mm-hmm.
So
I see them.
So
they're like
quiet,
light. They're really light saddle. But.
Unlike a climber is what I'm getting at. Because
Yeah.
I run a climber, which I'd like to get into a little take with the whole climber thing. And,
Sure.
it's a little late in the season for this, but I guess you could probably look at it maybe towards next season. Even maybe if you are still in this situation, if you're someone that's in this predicament. But so the changing of what the farmers do.
You want me to table?
So
Sure.
the farmers
right now?
The farmers will take an alfalfa field, and then next year they'll turn it into a cornfield, or they'll take, you get the rotation of corn to beans, whatever, and you're kind of used to that. But when a farmer decides to come into the piece that you hunt and change the crop, which is both of my main pieces, I was hunting asparagus last year when I killed my bow buck. I was hunting asparagus. This year, it's beans.
They like it.
Okay? So,
I have good
the
luck
change of, how things and how tall things grow, which is a different cover, which is a different food. Things are ripe at a different time of year. Something that I ran into this year that I wanted to talk about on this podcast was, so my lease, thank you, Steve. You're the man. Jane, you're awesome. Either way.
Another Jack Daniels single barrel there.
Got some whiskey coming towards you. Either way. So for the first 2 to 3 years that I hunted this place, there was probably 40 to 50 acres, I would guess. Maybe not quite that much of alfalfa. And then the rest of it was a rotation of corn to beans. And I got all of my stands set up those couple of years. Some minor adjustments after the first year, stuff like that, based on how the deer move. The first year is just kind of going in and figuring things out, doing a little scouting. All right, this looks good. I'll plop a stand here. But then you really kind of dial in on things. And next year you move in here. All right, I got to move the stand here.
Yeah.
Even if it's 30 yards, I got to move this thing over here. Either way.
They're always, for me, dude, they're constantly moving. Like you're saying, you know what I mean?
Dude,
I don't know.
Especially it seems a lot more lately with farmers. They seem to be rotating crops sporadically more lately than they used to.
Yeah.
So
it's probably whatever pays more, honestly. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Right, or whatever they get a contract for and seed for. I'm not really sure how it goes. I would have to talk to Steve about that. But so this year, all of those alfalfa fields turned to grain fields besides less than 2 acres of it. So it's the entire property. So what is woods, I guess you could probably chalk up to be 30 acres of what I could actually hang a stand in out of a close to 100-acre piece. I mean, you're pretty limited to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you have those alfalfa fields, so when it comes to bow season, the deer are still on the green. They want the green. So when they're alfalfa and all that, you kind of set your stuff up to that movement for bow season. I set all my stands for.
So what are you saying?
This is how I hunt. I hunt. So I hunt. I set all my stands for bow season. And then when it comes to gun season, I'm honestly just packing a camp chair and I'm just going to sitting with the wind.
Yep.
I can shoot 200 yards, so whatever. This is the wind direction. This is the field. They come out within 200 yards of me. I'm good. Right?
You can sit literally. Yeah.
So in gun season, it's a whole different animal. But this year, they turned the whole thing is standing corn. I got 1.8 acres.
Well, I heard corn's up this year, so that might be why.
Well, that makes sense. I'm not bashing the farmer. I'm just
That's good
talking
for you,
about.
though.
I'm just talking about.
That's just hold the deer right now. You know what I mean?
Well,
Remember that one
have you
year?
ever tried hunting a standing
There's
cornfield?
so much
Oh, no,
standing around
yeah.
us right
It's
now.
a pain.
I know.
Unless you got high winds and moisture,
A lot of times
you can't really even move through that thing without making a noise.
No, not through.
Luckily-
Not going through it.
Luckily, there's a driveway I can walk up through. And so what happened was the bedding area is down by the road.
The traditional one.
The traditional one.
Yeah.
Is down by the road.
I guess.
It's all the heavy cover. And the cornfield is off to the east. And then the cornfield just pretty much wraps around the whole thing.
Fuck you, Kyle. You fucking
I hope
asshole.
you're
eh?
right.
So I went in there beginning of the season and I sat my original stand. And those deer,
What a dick.
I didn't even think about this in the beginning of the year,
Like 80.
but
I know.
I didn't even think about the extended cover that the deer have to move and access. If they want that green field, the extended cover now that they have to move and access that green field. So I went in there just setting up in my original stand thinking all hunky-dory, whatever. I'm getting winded because now where the deer normally come out are 50 to 75 yards farther east. The stand that I would normally hunt in a west wind, now the deer are coming out downwind of me.
See, that's the one thing, too, though, that I do think that the saddle, you have an advantage over because you're not using a ladder, right?
You gonna hang it in a corn stalk?
No.
Okay, well that's where I'm getting at.
No.
That's
What I'm
what I'm
getting
getting at. This is what I'm getting at.
The only thing I'm getting at, though, is that, like, I realize that, like, deer know stands. And they know, like, where stands are. If they see you, or like, they can just fucking tell, like, that's a tree stand. Unless it's, like, really hidden, you know what I mean? Other than that, like, they can tell, like, so, I don't know, they kind of avoid it, but like how you're doing it, though. You don't fucking have a tree stand. They don't know what tree you're going to be on. You know what I mean? They don't fucking have that visual.
Yeah, there's no habitual
Yeah.
spots. That
Like my dad's spot right now, they know he's there. They're on him, and he has to move. And like I don't know, they just know every year. Same thing about where I am. The stand I got him in, I just put that up 2 weeks ago.
Hang and bang, baby.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I mean, it was before. Everyone says like, oh, don't hang a stand in deer season, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. You don't fucking time in the summer.
I freaking
It
a
was
couple years ago, dude. I shot 2 does. We hung it midday. Literally went home, got my stuff, went back out, killed 2 does out of it.
Yep.
Boom, boom.
You guys can let me finish my take here?
Yeah, sorry.
So either way,
We just wanted to spot, and you know.
So either way, what I'm saying is like when it comes to these, so when you hit a situation like that, where now the deer have more cover to come out to access their food,
Yeah.
they're coming out farther out. So they're actually ended up coming out downwind of where they normally would from where I was. And I didn't even think of this before until it happened.
Hunt the corn.
So, I guess a temporary fix for that situation would be a good idea to possibly either, I have a climber, I moved my climber, there's a hedgerow that cuts out into the property, I moved my climber down from where those deer were accessing, and I was able to actually sit and actually have deer come out and feed in front of me without knowing I was there, and hopefully waiting for the bucks to file.
Is there not a tree over there where you can get a tree at, or whatever?
Jesse, you've trapped it. It's all open field. And it's
Oh,
all standing corn. All the open fields are standing corn besides that little 1.8 acres.
Yeah.
So you're just saying they're hanging out in that little spot.
Well, it's the only spot I can hunt besides the woods.
I know.
The deer are all in the corn. The cover's
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm
extended.
saying.
The cover has been extended, so that means the deer are feeling more safe instead of accessing the wood line like they normally would to come down to get to that grass field early season.
right through the middle of the corn.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, right now I think we're starting to hit that transition of
The only thing you just do is
beans,
just walk.
corn.
You just walk in that corn there. You know how the fucking deer are, dude. Remember that one day? How many were yelling, screaming, gunshots? What did we walk in front of?
Oh, they did. Oh, deer feel 100% comfortable in corn.
Fuck what's in that corn.
But what my take is here is that if you have that opportunity and you have that, don't be scared to actually move your climber. Grab your climber or grab your saddle, whatever you're doing, like
Your chair, dude,
and actually move it down that hedgerow if you have that option to try to get downwind of where those deer are accessing that food at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because once those crops are off, it's all going to go back to the norm. They're going to start moving still under cover. They're not going to just come out wide open and just prance around the field and go running around over here and go grab that food. No. Maybe the young ones will, but the deer you're trying to kill are going to stay under cover, and they're going to move down that, and then they're going to fucking hit that point and move in to that spot where they want to feed. So if you do have a saddle or you do have a climber, and you are in this situation, which I'm still in this situation, which I'm happy Steve is actually starting to harvest some corn.
Yeah.
So hopefully he comes harvest that corn. I go back to the normal situation. I can actually go sit my stands where the deer aren't accessing the food.
Kill them on the ground, dude. You know how many deer I've killed on the ground, Bobo?
I've killed some deer on the ground.
The biggest bull buck on the ground.
I mean, it's
Fucking
possible.
swag
It's
is
definitely a
there.
lot harder. I'm not saying it's.
Yeah, but it's
It's,
an element of surprise, though, just like that, though. All of a sudden, that motherfucker ain't waiting to be on the edge of that.
I tell you what,
In
within
that
the first
cornfield.
2 nights of me actually moving up, talking about element of surprise, the first 2 nights of me moving up and finding that tree, trimming it out, throwing my climber in it, I had probably a 130-inch buck at 60 yards.
True.
I was close.
yeah.
I was real close. But it didn't work out.
I mean, that just comes back to staying on to paying attention to sign and what you see in the field and adjusting to the conditions.
Right.
And,
I mean, me personally, I want to go sit with my nice, comfy 1.5 man ladder stand and just hang out. I mean, that's why I'm trying to take a nap. That I did. I think I dozed off for about a half hour today.
I do it.
That's when the big one wandered through.
Indeed.
Yep.
Every time I sit all day, I definitely fall asleep. But
I never have. Look, that all day.
you've never sat all day?
I don't know.
It's
Not
my
one.
favorite.
I
I
don't
love
think your
sitting all
attention
day.
span would
No, it
sit all
doesn't.
day.
I can't sit for more than 3 hours, dude.
I love sitting all day.
I can't, dude.
I do short turnaround, so like I went back, got something to eat quick for an hour.
I can
and then
hunt all
went right
day?
Back out.
Mhm.
I mean,
I could hunt all day. I just can't sit all day. I'll sit in the morning, prime time, then I'll go and start still hunting.
Yeah, I'll pop a earbud in one ear and listen to a podcast as low as it'll go.
Really?
Yeah, and that keeps me relatively entertained
Uh-huh.
and able to stay in one spot for 10, 11, 12 hours.
I know, dude.
I might be looking at my phone a little too often, but
Uh-huh.
that's the way it goes.
Whatever helps you get out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Back in the day, them guys used to do it. They didn't have any phones.
yeah.
maybe read a book. I heard that a lot of guys used to read books on the stand. I don't know, something about moving white pages around just seems a little off to me.
Nice and quiet. Nice and easy.
Gotta go for a Kindle then.
Yeah, gotta get
E-reader.
a little e-reader, swiper,
Yeah,
book on tape.
there you go.
So anyway, so we do have a score, an unofficial green down at the bar score. I gotta wait for Nate to get back because he's gotta have his guess. So anybody at home want to guess what Herbuck goes in at?
What's
Jesse-
he going in at?
Jesse said, what did you say, Jesse? 118?
Yeah.
Kyle said 105. Any guesses on score, Nate?
Alan?
Totals are in. Asking the viewers at home what they think. Totals in.
It's probably
What's the closest guess get?
90.
What's the closest guess? Yeah. I don't know. Closest without going over?
108.
108? Okay, so we got 108. 108. Bow Hunt says 109.
What are we giving away for this?
I don't know. We have a bunch of stickers. I have a whole 100 pack of 100 proof stickers upstairs. If anybody wants a sticker.
Oh, we're gonna give away a sticker.
We can give away some stickers.
We got to do something better than that.
What do we want? What do you want to give away?
2 stickers?
2 stickers? Well, it'll be better than 1 sticker. 2. So
if you win, you get 10 stickers. Hand them out to your buddies.
yeah, give them out to everybody and their brother. So Jesse and my wife were the farthest off.
Damn it.
So anyway,
What did your wife say?
my wife said 123.
Damn it. I wish it was what she said.
She tells me I'm 6'2". Anyway, so anyway, closest guess was Kyle at 105.
Really?
Ends up going 103 and 6/8.
What?
With a
He
busted
still
brow.
books.
He's still booked
He
for
books.
Northeast Big Bell.
Over 100 inches books in
Northeast.
Well,
That
as
thing's a
long
turd.
as he dries over
He will.
100.
He will.
Nice job, man.
He won't tighten up.
That's a turn.
Well, Jesse keeps him right next to his wood stove. Too,
Oh
so
yeah, he's
probably
gonna
not.
bake out.
He's already shrunk fucking 14 inches. He was that wood stove, for fuck's sake.
He was 118
Yes,
yesterday.
you gotta keep him out in your garage for 2 months.
He was 118 yesterday, I swear. But
They
yeah.
always shrink significantly.
Yeah. Hey, dude,
That my box like
do you
faster.
regret it?
So Kyle gets a
Yeah.
sticker. He gets
Probably
10 of
should.
them.
Probably should have waited.
Definitely should have caught him with the crossbow.
Yeah. I should have waited with my crossbow.
Shot him this weekend.
No. I do not regret
No,
it.
dude. Absolutely.
Because I don't have many.
He probably scores a little better. That was a quick score.
Granted, there probably are bigger bucks around the area, but I have not seen one on trail camera yet, and I have a couple of cameras set up. And I don't think he came in, dude. I haven't been able to hunt much. I have a kid and stuff now, and
No
it's
one's,
just been a lot lately.
no one's bashing.
No.
It's a hell of a buck. It's a
I
hell of a buck.
smoke him any day,
I would
Dude.
too.
and I need the money. Or I need the freaking.
I need the money.
I need the money.
I need the money.
I'm trying to win because I can sell these stickers.
His money is the meat.
Yeah, dude, definitely. No, I definitely with the price of freaking beef and stuff now.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Ridiculous.
Actually, remind me before I go, I'll send you guys home with a pack of my bacon. I made some venison bacon.
Come on.
Yeah.
Really?
Smoked it.
Really?
Oh yeah.
It turned
Bow
out
hunt,
pretty good.
Yeah.
bow hunt has nothing to do
With
with my
what?
take here.
Yeah. He's a little bummed that he was close. Beaumont was pretty close. He went 109.
No, I said my take.
Oh.
The Justin early season. Nothing? Come on, bow hunt.
Nothing. David Todd comments in, says, Ben, I sent you a pic on Messenger. Neighbors want to let the buck on the left pass this year. I saw him last night at 80 yards, and his body's huge. Pull it up so you guys can look at it. He says, I'm not sure I could pass on him if he's broadside at 20 yards. What are your thoughts? Oh, yeah, this is the first season I've also owned this property. So we got a buck. We'll just call him a tweener. I'll show you guys the picture so you can look at it. It's the buck on the left in this photo. And
He shot him or no? Yeah.
no, he saw him at 80 yards. The neighbors want to pass him. So this is where,
The buck on the left?
That's a dead buck for me, but
that's,
if he
One over
if he
there?
comes in 20,
Yeah.
The
but
big one?
yeah. The one over there, the big one?
Do not pass that.
Yeah.
Send a picture to your neighbor and tell him I got him.
Where's he hunting?
He's over,
No, that's a mature whitetail, man.
he's over by, almost by Syracuse.
I mean, granted, there's a big deer around there, but
Kill him.
Yeah.
that's
So,
at least that's like a 4-year-old deer.
I
if
would
he'll make you
say,
happy, give
I
it a
would say your
shot.
neighbors are playing you.
I would ask what their reasoning is for passing him.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got a
I
little
mean,
sway in his back. He's got a
Syracuse has
belly.
some like nice bucks, but
that just
that's a big buck.
that sounds like they're saying let you pass it because they want you to kill that deer.
So,
That deer looks like he's about 20 inches wide.
yeah,
His score's about 140 inches. He's a 180-inch whitetail. Non-typical.
Not typical 180.
Oh, but he's a shooter for sure. Jesus, I'm
He's
sorry.
he's a heck of a buck. I'll tell you what, he probably scores better than the buck I'm after right now, honestly. Which there's nothing wrong with that dude, but I would wonder why they're looking to pass him. I mean,
He looks 4 years old to me.
I would say, I mean, you could maybe make a case he's 3, but I don't think so.
I think he's 4+.
You know, unless you got like history with him, something like that.
Look at his neck.
Yeah.
Look how his neck rolls into his brisket. It's a straight line.
There ain't no brisket.
That's what I'm saying. That deer is done.
It's a
Kill him.
neck. It's yeah. And this is.
If I pass you like that, my wife in New York, I got big problems.
Yeah, that's.
I got soft. You don't shoot that deer, you gone soft on me.
Especially
you got
again,
something better real close by.
and again,
I guess.
and I'm not saying because I'm also the one that asks my neighbors, you know, when we're looking at certain deer to pass them, let them go. But if it's a deer, especially one that's into that 4-year-old range, dude, and even the 3-year-olds, I can't knock my neighbors for knocking down 3-year-olds.
Yeah, but you would never pass that deer, would you? Probably. I mean, with a bow. I don't know.
Judging by his neck, I
Ben
think
passed
he's
the
4.
bigger one today.
I don't think Don was bigger than him.
I'm talking about the other.
Oh, the other one, no. The other one, that wasn't a pass. That was different.
Oh, he didn't have a shot.
Could have won one.
There wasn't a lane.
You could have let one rip.
No, I ain't gonna rip it at him. It wouldn't be fair. He's only got one eye.
You could have angled it off of this tree and deflected it off, and
That's what my dad said. He said it wouldn't be fair. He's only got one eye.
you could have snuck right up on him. Get it on his good side.
He was looking at me with his good side.
Get it on his bad side. Trick
Yeah,
him.
but I've actually got a look. So we've had pictures of him with the eyes scabbed over, and it's been, you know, at night,
For how
so
long?
you can tell. Probably almost 2 weeks now.
Really?
And I got a good look at it today. Oh, it's done. Like there's not gonna be an eye there. It's gone. Yeah, he took a time there or something in a fight.
He got him.
Yeah.
I got him
He
right next to your house.
Right there. Right there.
That's
Yeah.
what. No, it was this one.
Oh, that one.
Stuck right in his brain cavity.
Actually, that would be the side that get in his left eye.
Oh,
So
I
yeah,
get
good
him.
call, Jesse.
I get him with it.
That makes sense.
And
Right.
he bent it. He bent the front.
Yeah.
With his nose.
So Dave
That's what happened.
Dave says my thoughts exactly. Thanks. I said, yeah, dude. Especially it's your best. It's your property.
If it was one of the other ones,
Number
I'd say sure.
number one.
Like-
Hold on. Number one.
Yeah.
It's your personal best.
Yeah.
Shoot the thing.
And no offense to anyone.
Right.
If that's
You're
No
gonna
offense to
not
anyone.
shoot your personal best because your neighbors tell you not to. Just tell your neighbors, sorry, this is the biggest deer I ever shot in my life,
Yeah.
and maybe they would understand.
No, and
And if they don't,
again,
then
I'm wondering why. Why is the pass on them?
Yeah, I don't. That's a respectable deer. I don't understand that at all.
Yeah,
That's a big. That's a 18-inch wide. Let me see that picture again.
I mean,
When I looked at it, he was
get
like
it.
this. He looked like a freaking
Like-
stud, dude.
It's your first year
Oh,
with
he's
your
a
new
stud.
neighbors,
he's a
Yeah.
stud.
and you want to make good
Yeah.
relationship with that neighbors.
Yeah,
but
he's 18 inches wide all day.
Plus, you got
He's
some
out to his ears plus.
180-inch whitetail that's out there.
Yeah.
But I mean, no offense. I don't know.
Well, again, if I was your neighbor, I'd be telling you, shoot
No,
him.
I'm saying
Yeah.
unless there is
Yeah.
one out there like that.
That's okay. If I was the neighbor, I'd be like, shoot him. There's 180 out here. You shoot him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you'd be done. You get out of the woods.
Go home,
please.
sit in front of your wood stove. So
You know
I
what?
can
Shoot
let the
one of them other
180.
little ones.
No,
would ya?
I
Just shoot
think,
them.
I think you shoot him.
I think he's 4 years old. He's into that 75 percentile or whatever for antler growth. Could he blow up? Yeah. I mean, it's always possible. But dude, I think he's gonna be that 8-pointer. He's gonna be like Curly.
Listen.
He's gonna be that 8-point for the rest of his life.
So Ben got me onto this whole deer age analytics about, what was it, 4 years ago?
He's almost
My bow buck, 102 inches, 4 years old.
Mhm.
Spindly ass 8-point.
Mhm.
Nice buck. Didn't even have a heavy body. I think he dressed at like 165.
Yeah, like 167, I think.
I think it's spread, like no mass, no nothing. Everyone's talking, oh, the mass. He's got to be I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think it has to do with genetics,
It's individual.
all of that. It's individuals.
I mean, look
Like,
at all
I mean,
us.
yeah, look at people. Everyone's different. But
I mean, I'm a
He was
fraud.
102 inch.
That's a
He was
fraud.
102 inch 8.4 and a half years old.
What is he? Fucking 100 and fucking what?
103.
Fuck you.
104. 103. And
I don't
6.
fucking believe this guy. I'm not sure about you guys. Alright, maybe. I just need a little bit bigger.
Yeah, so I think you
Yeah,
if he gives you the opportunity, Dave, I think
I'm gonna get a different one.
There you go.
I think Dave takes the shot. Dave shot. Thumb up, thumb up, thumb up.
What is this?
Dave shot. Killing that buck.
What's that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill him.
He makes you happy.
Kill
Go
the
Kill
for it.
dog.
He's bigger than this one, and I killed him, so go for it.
In my opinion, if it's your personal best,
Yeah.
Let him
Kill him.
skull mount him. $100, I'll do it for you. No problem.
kill him, Dave. I think
Alright,
your neighbors
Lisa
just want to
Tish,
kill him
you in
before you.
this.
Bo Hunt comments in a link to a YouTube video. Can't
Go
watch that
on, we
right now.
can't do that.
Can't watch that while we're on it. Dave said, I saw him with his head down. I can't
What is
believe
it, the
how
skull?
wide his body is.
How far was he, Dave?
He said 80 yards.
Sounds like you got to kill him, Dave.
And again, that's the thing.
105.
What I talk to folks about too, because doing the consulting and stuff like that.
Beer finger
I'd mount him.
crossbowed.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what I talk about with clients is like your top 10% or 20%. If that's what you're targeting, and that's the top 10 or 20% on your property, is that kind of caliber buck, kill them. Whether that's age or score.
If
That's
you're doing
your
your
goal.
homework, like Jesse kind of touched on
Mhm.
earlier, if you're doing your homework, you got your cameras out there, and your camera's been out there for
A few weeks.
2-3 months. 2-3 months.
Few weeks.
Yeah. A
Some
few
plans are
weeks.
expensive.
I mean, and that's the best buck you got.
What are you
Just
gonna
go
not
hunt 'em.
What are you gonna not hunt?
Or just don't hunt. Stay home. Play with the kids. Play with the wife. I don't care. Like, that's up to you. That's your choice.
Yeah, if you're going out to
You're
hunt
just
bigger
hoping
bucks
that
than
no one
that.
else kills them. But I don't know. If that's your
I like
best
to
buck
hunt
on
bigger
camera, go kill him. This was
Mhm.
Jesse's best buck on camera, and he killed him.
Fucking first hour and a half.
Even
of
though
brand
his
new
camera was
stand.
up
Cool.
for 2 weeks, I mean, he does have ADHD in his defense.
I don't like waiting. Okay, my bad.
See,
Put my
yeah.
stand up.
So here's the comment right here, and this just solidifies the point. I'd be thrilled to take that buck. He's got an arrow with his name on it now. Thanks for having my back on this. This is the biggest deer on the property. 15 cameras have been out since July 1st.
Yeah.
There you go. Kill him.
If it was one of the other littler ones, then
What are you
then
sitting out there
no,
waiting
you know what I mean?
for?
I mean, if obviously
They're
we got
not
that
all
big
going to be
one.
booners, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
still waiting on my booner.
The neighbor is being a dickhead right now and telling him to.
Yeah, and my biggest question is what's the reasoning? It's not like, this 2-year-old 10-point that's like 130 that's like, this could be the next mega or something like that.
You ever see him
that
get
might be-
run out on the road and get hit by a car?
Yeah, it could be.
You know what
I got
mean?
one of them in the garage.
You know, like
Yep.
I got that 12-point freaking 2-year-old dude that got swacked by a car.
Could
That
find
deer-
a hot
that deer's
deer 5
time is
miles
up.
away,
He
get
is- his
shot
time
by
is-
somebody with a gun.
His bell is about tolled. What's his name?
Dave.
Dave. You're gonna toll his bell, brother. We have faith.
deer actually really don't get that big in Syracuse area.
Bullshit. I've seen
I
some big city
mean,
deer.
there's some
They
good
could-
ones.
I mean,
There's
I've
some
seen
good
the bigger
ones.
buffalo deer. I guess.
Buffalo's got
Oh,
some
yeah.
slides.
Dude,
You get out there. But
And I
Syracuse got
personally-
some good ones here and there. That's just like the Finger Lakes, just like down by us.
Just
Like
city.
here and there.
Yep.
Buffalo?
I'm cursed with 8-pointers.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. I worked
Move
in
to Buffalo. You want to kill big deer. If you want to stay in New York, move to Buffalo.
I worked in Buffalo.
Cayuga
I've
County,
seen
where
them
the
in my
fuck it
fucking
is.
personal eyes.
I was thinking about
Erie
this.
County?
Huh?
Erie County?
Sure.
Erie too, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Cayuga County.
Cayuga's been laying down some hammers this year. I've been seeing that on Facebook.
Wow, yeah.
No.
So,
Yeah.
that's
I've
not
seen
that
some
way, right?
Big
No,
deer
yeah,
in
just-
Buffalo.
Cayuga's just before Syracuse.
Literally people's backyards. Like
Could be.
there's no woods around. You know what I mean? There's like little spots, but
Yeah.
this spot it was literally cul-de-sac and there was nothing. And there was just
Yep.
buck and a couple does.
Biggest
Does
two
anybody
bucks I've ever
see
seen
what's
are
happening?
in
What's that?
side of fence at a power plant.
Yeah.
They just like the gates were open, but they just stayed inside the fence.
It's
for
turning
years.
into Long Island.
Yeah.
The
in
population.
the suburban
Well, the
stuff.
big ones.
Yeah.
They're not dumb,
Suburban
dude.
bullshit.
They killed another
It's-
200 incher down.
You
on
go down to Long
Did
Island?
they?
I guarantee.
Same guy that's got the fucking record.
Really?
Record of what? New York?
Yeah.
Really?
Same guy.
Killed the what? 200 incher?
Another one.
Listen to me. Exactly.
Let the man speak.
But speaking, go for it. Speak to me. It speaks to me.
Long Island has had some freaking hammers. People laugh about it. I'm telling you, Long Island has freaking hammers.
Let's go
Giant
do it.
bucks. 170 fucking inches. So you can only bow hunt down there. And
Yeah.
it's all fucking nuisance tags.
Let's do it.
You want to go just slay deer? That's where you go.
Do you
And
know
there's
me?
big ones down there.
If
Do
you can
you
get
know
permission
me?
on places, yeah, that's the place to
Yeah.
go. It's all private property there. There's nowhere to hunt state land as far as I know.
So I'm just walking on the sidewalk. That's state land. That's fine.
What do you got?
Walking to the
200
road.
feet of right away off the sidewalk.
Yeah, I mean, in the road, that's state land, right? I mean, granted, it's Long Island. It's an island. It's fine.
Forget the camel. Bring the
No.
dog and the stroller.
Yeah, you bring the stroller and
It's
the
just-
minigun.
It's the idea that it's a city.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's not. You're hunting suburbs, like you guys just said. And those deer just.
Get the
Well,
age,
that's why
man.
they're spending millions on castrating deer down there.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
Oh, yeah! Put them in the freaking whatever
What?
and reseminate them.
oh yeah,
Castrating?
yeah,
They're grabbing a
Deer
deer.
are
darting
giant.
they're darting them and then cutting their nuts off.
I thought they were doing like a chemical injection.
Oh, they're doing chemicals?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were like physically going
Really?
and sniffing them like cats.
I think they're doing some sort of injection.
That's what they just did with us, with all that smoke. That's what it was us. You're infertile now. You're fucked.
I made a baby after that smoke.
I don't know, maybe.
So did he.
You weren't breathing very much.
Sorry.
That's a theory, okay? Go with it.
Yeah.
I got an air
Don't shake your
purifier
head.
inside.
Yeah.
It was different, alright? You gotta admit, alright, we're going off topic, but it was fucking the smoke earlier this year was like, I ain't never seen it in my life, have you? Shit, the sky was fucking like yellow. I was in the tree and I'm like, what? This isn't good.
Wow.
Why am I
Well,
working?
Canada
We're gonna
was
fucking
on fire?
die right
Yeah.
now. What?
When Canada was on fire?
Yeah, dude. Maybe. Maybe they were on fire. Who knows?
We're definitely on fire.
Maybe. It's China.
Hashtag inside job. All your hot takes of conspiracy theories.
That was an
live.
inside job for a nuclear bomb
That's
to
possible.
see if radiation would leak down to the United
And
States.
it might have been China, the fucking fires, but
Either
guess
way.
what?
Either
They
way.
were made. on purpose.
Either way. Let's get back on the
Back
deer.
on the top.
Deer.
Look at this, folks. Her buck.
Per buck.
Dead one on the ground. Just got it cleaned up.
No.
Ben, what's the hot take?
I found
What are we at time wise?
Hot take 57 minutes.
All right, what's the hot take tonight? I know you always got something up your sleeve.
A hot button issue for tonight.
I got a hot take.
Crossbow
You always
starts
wanna-
this week.
You always want to
Crossbow starts this week.
Oh my God! You've
Yeah.
been bringing crossbow up the past 3 weeks.
Yeah. I will be.
Is there
taking
anything
my
on
bird
the? Is there anything on the comments?
Bo Hunt says, "Hey, every one of your buddies open up that link on their cell phone. It's a good one." All right, Bo. You get what you ask for. Let's see.
Who's this Bo guy?
He's one of our top fans.
What's up, Bo? You know him?
I've never met him,
No?
but he's a frequent listener.
Hell yeah, man.
Frequent.
Bo, we appreciate you, man.
He
really
says
do.
he wants a jersey with Jesse on the back.
Really?
Yeah.
You're the man. We're gonna go, someday
So
we're
the
gonna
video,
drive
the video
to
title,
like a hunt with us.
the video
We're gonna go
title,
hunt with Bo.
the video title is the issue with crossbows. So this is from the Hunter Podcast. We do not own the rights to this audio or anything like that. This is Don Higgins with his take on crossbows for everybody.
Here's the thing about crossbows in archery season for able-bodied people. And again, I want to preface this with saying that I'm not against crossbows. I think that everybody should be able to hunt in the archery season. If you're able, you should be using a bow. If age or a physical limitation does not allow you to shoot a compound or a recurve bow, you should be able to use a crossbow. But here's the thing about a crossbow for an able-bodied guy, and I'm going to step on a lot of toes right here. This is the same mentality that has boys playing girls' sports. They can't win sex or whatever.
Yeah, they're all ears.
Yeah. So
They're all queers, he said. Right?
So that they can be a winner where they don't even belong. And what the crossbow has done is brought the gun hunters into the archery season. It's not bow hunting at all. There's a lot of people just looking for an excuse to make it easier. Here's the thing.
I'm with you,
Yeah,
Paul.
so I mean,
I'm with you, man.
I agree with some of it. I do. Again, I've always done that on both sides of the equation with it.
I'm with him.
Yeah, but
You shouldn't be able to use sights with a bow.
Jesse says take it right back.
Hey,
Or a release.
I don't give a fuck.
Where I'll stand with it is I like the way New York
I don't
does
give a shit
crossbow.
if you hunt with a crossbow, a bow, a goddamn gun, a goddamn rifle, a spear.
They
You
can't
know what I did
allow
today?
that.
You know what I did today?
I sat 11 hours to see a
I
fucking
sat
deer.
11 hours didn't see a fucking deer, so don't even give a man or motherfucking fuck
Didn't pull a bow back.
what
Didn't pull
you
your bow back.
hunt with.
Should have pulled your bow back on a squirrel at least. Practice. Been like, oh, your dad.
Hunting has nothing to do with the weapon you use.
Really?
Period. Okay, give me your take.
I can definitely say because without
Give me your take. Hunting has nothing to do
crossbows
with the weapon you use.
I'd be
Give me
way
your
better.
take.
I'd be not as good as a hunter or successful as a hunter if I only had used my bow.
Okay,
If I
so
use
if
my
I was out there
rifle-
today and that 3-point walked out at 200 yards,
Exactly. So
I
your
still
rifle,
wouldn't have shot him.
and with your rifle, you would have.
No, I wouldn't have.
With what, 3-point? You said 3-point. Okay, you caught me there. But with your fucking that one big buck that was out there at 60 yards the other day, you get your fucking 6.5 Creedmoor, he'd have been dead deer.
Yeah.
But the same thing though, if you had a crossbow and you've been shooting that thing and you fucking shoot 80
I
yards.
need to divide this conversation between gun and bow season. Slink.
Okay, but if you had your
And we get 2
I
buck
understand.
tags in New York too.
okay,
And I can use my. I'm just waiting.
what are we
Because
arguing
I
about
think
again?
I'm going to have a slamming muzzleloader season. The way.
What are we
I
arguing about again?
We're not arguing. We're having a discussion.
We're not arguing. We're debating.
We're debating. What are we debating about?
We're debating.
What are we
Debating about crossbows and
Versus-
seasons and everything.
I personally really like the way New York sets up the seasons.
What I'm trying to get through.
They
What I'm trying to tell
crossbow
you
not
is-
the same. I crossbow hunt. I'm not going to be ashamed to admit I hunt with a crossbow, and I will be hunting with one on Saturday.
That's fine.
And that's
I don't care. Either way.
Put those sights off. Take the sights off. You can handle it.
it's not
Okay.
the same thing
Put
as
your-
a bow.
put your 300 Win Mag away.
I'm just kidding.
Put your 300 Win Mag away and hunt with your shotgun.
That's fine. I'm gonna fucking still shoot him further.
Okay. No more rifles.
That's fine.
Jesse's rifle abstinent now.
Yeah.
So here we are.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
I don't claim this. I never mentioned. I'm not against it. I mean, I don't fucking know, dude. Whatever. You caught me. I have no idea. I'm using my rifle. I wasn't saying you can't. I was saying that you were. All right. You had me off guard. I don't fucking know exactly. This got spun around on me. This is not on me. You were saying you didn't like the crossbow, and I was saying
No, I'm for the crossbow.
you're for the crossbow.
Crossbow can, I'd say, October 1st, hunt with crossbow. Fuck it. That's
Yeah.
my opinion.
Well,
I don't care.
Hunt with a crossbow. I disagree
I don't know.
personally. It's not the same. I've hunted with a bow and a crossbow, and I hunt with a crossbow now because I don't make time to shoot with my bow.
crossbows, like the one guy was saying, if
That's
you're not,
Yeah.
if,
And it's easier. I can shoot 2 nights
I
in
know.
October, and my crossbow's good.
Crossbows
and
don't
same with
shoot
my gun.
really far though. Is the only thing.
It's still archery though.
It's
We always
Yeah.
come back to this argument with it. You're still shooting an archery implement.
I guess.
You got to treat the bolts the same as arrows, and if you're taking unethical shots beyond an ethical range, then whether it's with a vertical bow or a crossbow, it's not.
Regardless, I'm still using my 300. One mag this year. I'm still using the rifle. I don't care how this conversation is going.
2 weeks from now, the 300 Win Mag will be out.
Yeah, regardless. Like,
It will be.
let me just put it this way. In my point of view, if you use a sight or release with any kind of archery equipment,
You're cheating.
you're a fucking, you cheat. Okay? Plain and simple. And and if you don't, your deer gains at least 20 inches. At least.
And mine don't gain 20 inches at all. I use a
And if you shoot,
I use a modern one.
Yeah.
no, I'm just kidding.
If you use a release.
This is a late night show at this point, folks. Sorry.
So,
We're just.
all right, last comment, and then we'll do last comments for the night across the board. Bo says crossbows are coming no matter what, but the problem is going to be more land will be locked up, and we'll be heading towards a European model. Gotcha.
300, baby. Bare finger right there.
There's Jesse's final take of the night, 300.
No, 3 under.
Oh, 3 under. I thought you said 300.
That's what I thought I said too.
3 under.
Gotcha.
300 arrows, what that means. 300 arrow. You don't go. Some people do there's Apache style. I don't fucking know. I do the 300. Okay. Done them all my life. I don't really know the names. I don't really name literature. Okay. Just do it.
Kill him.
Okay, Kyle.
Kill him and
Kyle's been over here. He's been talking.
He's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Happy to share.
Any last takes, Nate, for the night?
I'm good.
I'm ready to go out in the morning.
Yeah.
You're going out tomorrow?
Nice.
I was out
You
this
going out
morning.
tomorrow?
I was out this morning.
I can't go until Saturday. I'm a crossbow hunter.
You're a liar. You don't have a bow too. You don't?
I didn't this year.
No.
No.
Brand new baby.
Yeah.
Not a lot of time.
We don't have a sight on it, right?
It's got a little
you got the
bead on the
3x9.
end of it.
I got a 10 times scope on the top.
3x9 by 42.
There we go.
Yep.
No.
Dial it up. No, I think right now, dude, get out there is going to be getting good. We're going to hit a little bit of a warm spell this weekend, but it should be
Yeah.
pretty decent.
It was the first coldest day, man.
But
I
yeah,
looked down and was like, oh my god, I wish I was out. I didn't know you guys were hunting. I didn't know
No,
you
I
guys.
was.
I
I rolled
rolled
out
one of you
of
guys
bed.
to shoot something today. I was like, oh, they're both hunting.
Oh, I had
one of them
had
to shoot something.
opportunities today. It wasn't that there was a lack of opportunities where I was at, but it was.
Not your targets, though.
Yeah, it's that's kind of where it is I'm looking for a specific buck or a newbie that I don't know. And it just happened to be I saw every freaking buck I had pictures of, except for the one I want to kill. Which doesn't surprise me because of how many bucks I saw today.
How many bucks did you see today? 5 or 4?
9
Come on.
That's awesome.
between the two sets.
How many deer did you see today? You said 2 different spots today?
2 different spots. Yep. So I had a morning
We just went
spot.
home, ate
The
breakfast,
reason-
ate dinner, or fucking lunch,
Yep,
and then
had a
went there.
little turkey pot pie from the Clyde Methodist Church turkey supper. My mom made a little turkey pot pie from it.
Really?
Went to my dad's house, had a little turkey pot pie, sat there with dad, talked about the hunt, talked about, told me to pass down on. He's like, I didn't tell you shit.
Oh shit.
That was the snowy video. That was Dono.
Okay.
So I think
That was a nice.
I think
that was a
Dono
cool
I think
video.
Dono is a very, very nice 3-year-old, and I think he will be
He's
an
an-
amazing deer next year.
Next year, that deer right there. I mean, granted, you talk about the quality of your management, right? And if I was in an area that I could hunt and do that with, and I knew I'm just in an area that's not really like that,
Mhm.
which anyone would shoot that deer
It's
around me,
relative.
around me. You know what I mean? I feel like
So
bunch of my, but like obviously like smaller bucks.
So I've said this before. I've had deer that are on my grandmother's and on my parents' piece of property. I've had them on both properties, and I've had actually deer that have been on all 3 properties and one that I leased as well. And I said that if this deer goes to grandma's and I see him at grandma's, I kill him
Okay.
because it's a different neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
It's a different game. So, and that's where I go back to it. It's all relative, dude. I have a very nice neighborhood, very good neighbors on, my family's property. But you get over there, there's just more tags, more
Uh-huh.
hunters, maybe not as,
I have a quote
has a high pass rate or whatever. So a 3-year-old at grandma's, if a 3-year-old comes through, a 3-year-old gets shot.
Yeah.
You know, that's our rule over there. And then our farm's kind of 4. We try to get them at 4. But yeah, I think that tomorrow will be another good day. But it's heating up. Bucks are cruising. Didn't actually see any really hard chasing today, other than one of the little bucks. But I saw something with the one buck that I let go, Dono, that we're talking about. The doe was following him around.
That is funny. She must have been an estrus, maybe.
Oh, definitely. Most definitely. So I think what happened was I was set up in the
single
stand.
doe, just literally like howling?
Single big mature doe. Big doe.
Like you said, dude, the sack on him probably was like, she's probably seen it. She'd be like, whoa. You were just about ready, boy.
So I think the scenario that happened was I did a couple blind grunts, and about 2 minutes later, coming down the ridge is him, and that's the video I showed you guys or whatever, comes down the ridge, and then literally as soon as he's about at 30 yards, I look back, I see another deer. I said, oh, there's another buck coming. There's a big bodied deer. Put the binoculars on it, and it's a big freaking nanny-headed doe. Following right behind him like a puppy dog.
Brisket.
Like a puppy dog, dude.
Like fucking brisket.
Oh, yeah, dude. Big brisket, big freaking head on her. I'm just like, holy smokes. I said the doe is following him around. He comes in, thrashes 2 scrapes, comes in at like 14
Are you ready
yards.
yet? He's like, come on. Just like, like maybe tomorrow?
He's like, you gonna make me dinner first?
That's awesome.
So, but again, and then they hung out there within probably 50, 60 yards of me, dude, for the next 40 minutes. Together. Like, he would move, she would move.
Wind was in the right?
Wind was good. I was up on top of the ridge. It was coming over the top.
Are you in a ladder stand?
Ladder stand. No saddle.
I'm not saying no saddle. I'm just saying like a blind or tower. I know you have tower or like a blind.
Ladder stand. And again, hunting the 1-year rule, hunting a specific deer. But he wasn't over there. But because of the increased buck activity, again, this just goes down the rabbit hole. But the increased buck activity over there, the buck I'm after, that 5-year-old, is a super shy, submissive buck. So he doesn't do chasing. I've never seen him chase.
Yeah.
I've never seen him even like entertain the fact that other deer are around. He hates being around other deer in general. He's a complete loner.
Yeah.
Like,
he just finds that lone female on that lone doe trail, and he just corners her, and he's like,
yep.
Does that make you not want to call or do
no call?
Like okay.
No call. So, but again, I'm kind of on the fringe of the property where I was hunting, so I did some flag crawling in case there was another stranger buck or whatever that came in. But yeah, so if I seen him, I've called at him before last year when I saw him. I called at him. He turns and goes the other way. Curly he's not any aggressive bone in his body. He's just submissive, and that's why he's 5 years old, and nobody's killed him.
I got one thing
because he's not young, dumb, and stupid. So.
I got one thing to say.
Yes, sir.
Don't pass up a buck that you would shoot on the last day of season.
Very good point.
So, if you're hunting for like a good buck, you know what I mean? When you see a good buck, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't give up that opportunity if you have. And you're like, I'm just saying, like, for like him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that one.
Dave. Yep.
Don't give up a buck if you would shoot him on the last day of season.
Don't pass the deer that you shoot on the last day.
If you want to really do that, you have to do that.
Thank God Crafty didn't give me a shot tonight because I didn't want to make that decision. I did, but I didn't want to make that decision.
You have too many options, though. For me, it's
different. One. Maybe 2. Crafty was maybe there.
Really?
Yeah. I have just one.
A few different bucks.
And then the one over at Grandma's that I win.
Now I got 2 bucks. I got one more buck.
It's difficult to get them in front of you.
Hopefully, dude.
If you check the cameras
over there, shoots that buck tomorrow.
That'd be sweet.
Hopefully, shoots him right in the fucking heart. It goes like 30 yards and drops.
The third. I'm going back after him.
Killer, dude. Right in that green field.
And pull some cameras. So going back on the 1-year rule stuff. But all right, guys. Any more takes?
I'd say we're probably good, right?
Yep, about an hour 15. Right on schedule.
We got him. Her buck. He's down.
Good luck.
Yeah.
He's in the ground.
Good luck, everybody. Bo Hunt says, good luck, guys. Have a safe and successful hunting season. Appreciate it, Bo. Thank you for tuning in like always. Appreciate the comments and the conversation. Thanks everybody for coming down to the bar tonight to have this little in-season powwow. Next week it'll be a lot easier if we do this because clocks will be turned back.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
we won't be blitzing for it. So crossbow season starts, clocks reset, doe tags are available. Those are your big 3 takes for tonight from the 100 Proof Show. So thank you guys. We'll catch you all down here next time at the bar or wherever we're shooting from. See ya.
Have a good night. Shoot straight.
You stay classy.
Stay simple.